Hello YouTube. Hopefully this is recording. I am recording in a different room to normal. I'm in my spare room because my partner is cooking downstairs, so if you can hear weird noises in the background, blame him. It's been a while since I've been here. I seem to say that every time I make an update these days. I keep having problems with consistency, but unfortunately since I last spoke to you, a few things have happened that haven't been so positive, and it took me a while to kind of get back to feeling normal and able to be on here and talk to you all. So if you're still here and you've watched me before, thank you ever so much for sticking with me and for waiting so long for an update. I'm sorry it's been about 4 months, but I am hopefully, I say this every time, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Hopefully we're back. Hopefully we're going to have more regular updates, but I'm not going to make promises about timescales or definite things because we all know that I'm not the greatest at consistency. However, just some life update to start with before I get into the stitching, because she may make an appearance at some point. I have a new dog. Unfortunately, we lost our old dog Harry last year in October, and that's one of the reasons why you haven't seen me, is because it hit me very hard and it's taken me a long time to kind of get over it, or not get over it, but get around it and feel vaguely like it can be on camera. But we do have a new dog. She joined us 2 weeks ago. Her name is Missy. She's another Shar-Pei. She looks quite a lot like Harry, so if you do see her, you might think she is Harry, but she's not. So that's exciting. We have a new dog. The other thing that happened was a big drama with my horses. I have a new horse is the long and the short version as well. So things have changed quite a lot. Lots has been going on, and obviously Christmas is always hectic. So I thought I'd wait until after Christmas, try and get myself organised, famous last words, and come back to you fresh in the new year. I was planning to film this earlier, but obviously the new horse and the new dog both happened in the first week of January, so it's been a bit hectic, and I've gone back to work full time as well, so that's new too. A good start to the new year, lots of new things. However, enough rambling. I have been doing quite a lot of cross stitch. I don't have any finished items to show you. I would have had if I had been filming in December, because I made something for my mum's Christmas present. But unfortunately, I don't have a picture of it, so I can't show it to you. I do have photographs of it, but I don't know how to put them onto video. I've got to figure that out. So that's a job for this year, figure out how to add images to my filming. But I have got lots of works in progress, so I'm going to start there. Some of these you will have seen before, and some of them you won't, because I'm going to go with all of my works in progress. We could be here a while. I'm going to start with the oldest one. I think this is the oldest one. Those of you that have followed me for a while will have seen this before, and it hasn't had any progress on it since the last time I showed it. I'm just trying to think of something to put behind. Hopefully you can see this okay. So this is my Stonehenge full coverage piece. It is stitched on 14 count white Ada. The original pattern is from, I think, Cross Stitcher magazine. I've been working on this for several years. I love this piece, but I got involved in doing all of the yellow at the top, and there's a lot of yellow, as you can see, and I kind of got fed up with it. So I thought, oh, I'll stitch on something else for a while and come back to it. And as I've said in a previous video, once I put things down, I'm not very good at getting back to them. But this is going to get finished this year. It's my challenge. I'm not stitching on it at the moment, but I'm going to pick it up. Probably more towards March, April time, and actually try and get it done, because I love this piece and it deserves finishing. I've put so much work into it and it's so pretty, and there's a chance I might be going to visit Stonehenge in the summer, so it'd be good to have it done. So that's my first work in progress. We love that. It lives in a box at the moment. I've got several of them off the hoop because I'm worried about stretching the fabric. So my second one, again, you will have seen this before, and again, it hasn't had any progress since the last time we spoke, because quite frankly, at the time, this fabric was scaring the life out of me. So this is going to eventually be, it's not very, you can't see that very well, hang on. Let's fold this up a bit so you can actually maybe see it. So this is my Disney Heroes piece. As you can see, we've got Mickey and Bolt, and this is going to be one of the dwarfs from Snow White. It is the Heroes version, and I do have the pattern for the villains version as well, which will not be on dark Ada, because this is 16 count navy blue Ada. The companion piece is going to be on white 16 count glittery Ada because it's villains, and I thought I'd do it the other way around from normal. Normally the heroes are on sparkly things and the villains are on dark things, so I thought I'd swap it just to make it different. But I do love these patterns. I can't show you them because I only have the charts. I don't have final pictures of it because I bought the pattern from Etsy, so I don't have a final piece. But eventually, here comes the new dog. Hello, Missy. Say hello. Hi, Missy Moo. She's going to try and lick me, which is going to be really annoying. You're not really supposed to be in here right now. Yes, I said we might get interrupted. She's very nosy and she likes to know what's going on, and she's going to try and lick me when I'm trying to talk, Missy Moo. Good girl. Sit. Just going to see if she makes her way back out again. She's probably just going to kind of mooch around me. So, you're a film star, huh? So yes, this is Missy. She's now standing on my cross stitch naturally. You're in the way. Come here. Come here. Come here. Sorry, dog interruption. Sit. Sit. Good girl. Right, we'll try again. She might just be in the corner. So yes. So this is my second one. I would pause and then come back, but I don't know how to edit properly. So if I do that, I'm gonna have to start all over again, and I don't really want to start all over again. So we'll try and continue. So next up we have, you've seen this one before as well. Yes, you've seen it before as well. She may go back downstairs. Go on, go see Daddy. Good girl. Excuse me, just 1 second. Go on. Missy, yourself. Where'd you go? Good girl. Go on, good girl. Sorry about that. I knew she'd come up and try and find out what I was doing. I thought I'd shut the door, but obviously not. Right, we'll try again. So, up you come. This one, as I said, you will have seen before. This is on 28 count green even weave fabric, and much like there's a theme here, much like the others, it hasn't progressed since, well, it has actually progressed since you've seen it last, but only by about 8 stitches. This is my, in theory, 9 jars season, no, start again. 9 jars Sal with Lauren from Cross Stitch Bunny. The Sal has finished. I have not. So this is where we've got to so far. As you will have seen before, I've got the Sweet Treats jar and the Christmas jumper jar. I have added a few stitches into this on this jar, just a couple of the more creamy bits, but I tried to put this into Pattern Keeper. No. I obviously have not completely figured out how to use Pattern Keeper because it did not like it and it completely confused me. And by the time I counted every single stitch, I was like ready to throw it. So this is why this has gone back in the bag with cries of I will come to it in Jolly July because it's Christmassy and Christmas has been and gone. And I'm not really feeling Christmas at the moment. So that's where that is. Also, just to add, it's in a very pretty, this is a bit of haul, cross stitch bag. This is the fabric on the back. And this is what it looks like on the front. This bag is from Sammy, who runs the Floss Friends group on Facebook. And she very kindly made this one for me, which I love. So just to say that's where I got that from. Next up, I've got stuff everywhere. We're going to go with some of the older ones that you haven't seen on here for a while. So, those of you that have been with me from the very first cross stitch floss tube I ever did will have seen this before. It's still not finished. This you would think was finished, but it's not. I haven't finished the back stitch. So this is a pattern originally from one of the cross stitch magazines. It's a Halloween pattern and this moon is stitched in glow in the dark thread. I love this. I just hate backstitch. And unfortunately it also has a mark on it, so I need to wash it, and I'm not very sure how I go about washing cross stitch, so I need to have a look on YouTube, or if anybody has hints or tips, if you want to leave me a comment down below, I would be incredibly grateful, because I'm not sure and I really don't want to ruin it, especially on printed fabric. So yes, I really need to finish this one because it's so close. It just needs a bit of backstitch and I keep putting it off. So the other one that's in here, which my friend bought me the pattern a while back, and I did loads of it in one go, stuff on it, and then didn't get any further. So this is from, I think, the Witchy Stitcher originally. This is Please Don't Summon Demons in the Bathroom. It's on White Ada. I love this pattern, but again, I've put it down and not got back to it. It seems to be a theme with me. So that's another one. And I'm only showing you these briefly because they have been on here before. And I don't have pictures of what they will look like that I can show you. I don't think. She says, just checking. No, I don't. I can't show you the final piece. So that's those two. Then we have more recent whips. I'm determined to get the terminology right. Just checking. There aren't any whips in here. This is all haul. I'm good at haul. I'm not so good at stitching. Right. So my kind of more current whips. These are the projects that I'm working on at the moment. One of which I'm not sure how I feel about. So my friend Lauren over at Cross Stitch Bunny mentioned to me a little while ago that she was doing the seasonal stitch along, so seasonal Sal, which is being hosted by the Lancashire Stitcher. I think that's right. Oh, I can see her face and I can't think of her name. But I think it's the Lancashire Stitcher. So she's hosting the seasonal Sal. So if you were to type into like Instagram or Facebook seasonal Sal, I'm sure you'd find her. Lots of people are doing different patterns, but Lauren and I both I actually got these patterns from Lauren, so thank you, Lauren, very much for, one, letting me know you had them available, and two, reserving them for me. I am doing 4 in the series of the seasonal designs from Summer House Stitch Works. This is the one I'm currently working on. This is Winter Cometh. This is interesting because it's on, I'm being very brave here, I hope I get the stitch count right. I think it's 32 count, even weave, and it's from Lauren's shop. I can't remember the name of the fabric. I'm really sorry, Lauren, but I haven't got that far. So I've started with the pattern on the edge. This is where I'm up to. There are 22 of these triangles in the full pattern, and I think I've got about another 4 to pop on the bottom. I haven't done many pieces that only use 1 or 2 colours, and I've never stitched on 32 count fabric before. I don't actually find it that bad, which is weird because 16 count Ada is a nightmare. And yet this is smaller and I don't find it as difficult. And you will have found I've updated, if you've seen my previous Flosstube, you will remember the pegs that were holding my fabric together last time. I've updated them for proper things that keep your fabric out the way. I don't know what they're called. So yes, this is where I am with my Winter Cometh piece. I hesitate to say I'm not really enjoying it. I think it's because it's all one colour and it's the same pattern over and over again. However, it will change. So I'm hoping that once I get through all those triangles and I start stitching on like these, like, what are they? Snowflakey type things and move on to the rest of the design, that I will enjoy it more. Because I have 3 more of these, which I will show you. Hopefully, if I can find what I've done with them. Yep, here they are. So, rustling, sorry. I keep everything tidy and then I forget to get them out. So we have the Autumn Provides version, which I think is just beautiful. This is the one that really got me into these. I was like, that's just so pretty. I need that. Then we have Spring Awakens. Again, I love the colours in this. And, oh, there we are. What does it say? Summer Refreshes. I'm not sure about the colours in this. I like the pattern. I like the house. I like the bird. I like, I actually like the border on this one. But I'm not sure about the colours, so I might change them. But I need to think about it because, I don't know, the transition between the red and the other 2 colours just seems a bit too much to me. So, yeah, I might change the colours on that, but I'll have a think. It's a while until I'm going to need to do that one. So, the way this stitch along works is that I started, you wouldn't believe it, I started Winter Cometh on the 21st of December. And I have until the 21st of March or April, I'm not sure which, I need to check. And then I switch to the spring design. And then, again, you switch at certain points. and just keep going, basically, so until you finish the designs. Now then, if I can get these back in here, it would help. But it's not happening, so we'll do that in a minute. So I'm hoping that I can get them all done in 1 year, but it will be a miracle if we manage that, because we all know how slow I am at stitching. But we will see. I have one more work in progress to show you. Now this one I only started in January, and actually it seems to be going quite quickly for me. This is from the Cotton and Twine December, I think, subscription box, and this is the winter design. Bother, I left the fully finished picture downstairs, so I can't show you it because I only have the chart with me. Bother. I can show you what I've done. So this is where I'm up to so far. My only bugbear with this, apart from the fact that there's a thread on it that shouldn't be there, is all these individual stitches. They are all one individual stitch, and they are throughout the entire pattern. Individual stitches are the bane of my life, because trying to get them so they're neat, and I don't like to carry my thread. So you can see on the back, I'm doing them all individually. It's going to take me forever, but I love the design of this. It's really pretty. It's like a Scandi kind of design. I started this just into January, and yeah, really enjoying it. But I did put it down for about a week. I kind of lost my stitchy bug last week, so I just think I've been tired and stressed with work and life, but that happens to the best of us. So I haven't stitched in the last week until this morning, when I did a really exciting amount of stitching. This leaf over here, this branch, I did the green bit on it this morning, and then decided that I hadn't recorded a floss tube in absolutely ages, and it was about time I got onto it. So that's why I'm here, but I hopefully will be going back to that. So that is all of my whips. Now I do have some hauls, surprise, surprise, and I do have some plans for 2023. Finishing things would be a big one because I am not very good at finishing things. Some of you will notice I didn't show you the dark forest piece that I just realised where it is. I showed on my last video. I have finished it, but I have put it, I think, in the bottom of my box of cross stitch things, and I forgot to get it out. So I will try and find it and show you next time. So that one is missing, but I did finish it. I just haven't sorted it out. I'm not even sure I've taken it off the hoop. But yes, so haul. There's a lot of haul. Well, it's quite a lot of haul. So obviously I have bought patterns and things since I last saw you. Some of them, now I always put things in strange places, are in here. You've seen that one before. And you have not seen that one. This is trying to pull everything out because they're all in a folder. You've seen that one before, I think. You've seen that one before. I'm not getting that out, it rustles. Things that are too rustly. So we'll start with these, because these are the ones I filed away. I bought these some time ago, but I don't think I've shown them on here. So these are from Cottage Garden Samplings. I bought their Forever and Ever design, the love design with the two cardinal, I think they're cardinal birds. I love this. It's just so pretty. To be honest, I could buy every single one of their patterns because they're absolutely gorgeous, every single one. But this one is in my stash to be got to at some point. I'm not stitching it for anything in particular. I just love the design. Then we have the October Time for All Seasons design. Of course, it's October. It's Halloween-y. It had to be done. Again, I don't have any of the things to stitch this yet. I just love the design. Anything with a raven and a pumpkin is going to be bought by me because I'm obsessed. As most of you know, I'm pretty big on the Halloween stitching. So this is one of my purchases. I also have, there's a theme, the Drawn Threads Trick or Treat pattern. Again, Halloween, lots of ravens, lots of pumpkins, just gorgeous. Can't wait to start this one. Gonna have to figure out how to get hold of some of the flosses because they are rather gorgeous, but they're dinky dyes and hand dyed flosses. So yeah, I don't know where to get them from, but we'll find out. Then we have another Halloween pattern. This one is from Madame Chantilly. I love this. This is the Celebrate Halloween cake stand design. Again, I need to get around to buying the threads and the fabric for this. I could put this on my pumpkin fabric, maybe, but I quite like the idea of putting it on like an antique-y looking fabric. Love it, think it's fun. Again, haven't got round to planning when I'm doing it, but oh gosh, there's more Halloween. Then we have the cottage garden trick or treat design from this Halloween. Took me ages to find this pattern, but I did eventually find it. Absolutely love it, but oh my goodness, the amount of backstitch. But I couldn't resist, it's just too cute. That's definitely one I want to get to, although that backstitch is terrifying. So there are lots of Halloween themed things. And then, on a slightly different theme, I have two Foxy designs. One of them is from Woodland Folk by DMC. This is a kit. This is just so flippin' cute. I love, for those of you that don't know, I've got a bit of a thing about foxes. I think they're gorgeous, and they're ginger, and I'm ginger, and yeah, I just think they're amazing. Beautiful creatures, often very misunderstood, and this design is just the cutest thing I've ever seen. I absolutely love the Woodland Folk designs, but this is the only one I actually own, so this is a starting point. Maybe I can find some others, but I don't believe they're very easy to get hold of. So that's him. Haven't started him yet, but he's on the list. And then I have another Woodland Creatures design, which is a fox, which is from Karen Carter's collection, available on Heritage Crafts. And this is the fox design. This is full coverage. I didn't realise that when I bought it. I thought the yellow was going to be fabric, and it's not. So that's going to be fun. I actually quite like full coverage. Quite a few of my designs are full coverage, and I haven't picked that for a particular reason. That's just the way I fall. But I love this. He's just gorgeous. Look at his tail. He's just so snuggly and beautiful, and I love the foxgloves around him. So that's definitely going to be on my list for this year. So that's some of my haul. Other things that I have in the background, and I'll pull everything out because we'll be here forever. But I have two Mirabilia designs. I have the Trick or Treat Fairy, who I can show you. Excuse the threads in the side of the pattern, but this is what she will eventually look like when I've managed to get all of the ingredients, supplies to complete her. I do have some of the DMC threads. I have the fabric and I have some of the Krynex, but I don't have any of the beads yet. So she's one that I bought a while ago because, again, Lauren... I keep mentioning Lauren, but she seems to be my inspiration. Over at Cross Stitch Bunny, she stitches a lot of Mirabilia fancy ladies, and obviously being the Halloween queen that I am, I couldn't not have this. It's beautiful. It was a pig to find. I can't remember where I originally sourced it from, but yes, definitely want to try and get to this. I have bought the fabric, as I said, and some of the Krynex. The beads are to come. But I also have the Raven Queen, but I don't have her to hand. And I've got the bead pack for her, but not the fabric or any of the threads. So we're doing well at organising Mirabilia / Nora Corbett. Oh my goodness, I can't say either of those. So they're kind of a plan for this year, is to start a fancy lady design at some point in the next 12 months. That's one of my goals for this year. I want to get Stonehenge finished. That is a goal for this year. And to complete my, I say to complete my seasonal sal, but I've kind of got two seasonal sal possibilities, because the winter design from Cotton and Twine is obviously a winter seasonal, and there'll be some more of those in the future. And then I have the designs from Summer House Stitchworks that could also count. So depending on what I finish first, depends on what I'll count for it, but we'll see how that goes. I'm not planning to attend any retreats this year because I am no way brave enough. I did think about it, but a lot of them are quite a long way from where I live because I'm in Wales. So nothing all that local. If anyone knows of any Welsh cross-stitch retreats, do let me know. I don't know if it's just there aren't any, or I just don't know about them. So if you do know, please get in touch and let me know, because I would like to do one, but I'm not keen on the idea of driving all the way to North England where I don't know where I'm going. To attend one. So yeah, there's that. I'm not doing Whip Go because if I plan things for 12 months, I won't stick to it. So Whip Go's not on my kind of radar. I mean, I'm aware of it, obviously, but Mainly I just am a mood stitcher. I stitch what I want to stitch when I want to stitch it because I want to stitch it, or because it's for somebody's birthday or Christmas gift. Or there is one, I haven't got the pattern to hand, there is one pattern that I haven't started yet that is a surprise for a friend, but she is very unlikely to see this, so I'm hoping to stitch a birth sampler this year for my friend. I haven't started it yet because I need to get the threads and figure out how to chart the names and details, so yeah, that's a bit daunting, but yeah, lots of things in the works. So I don't want to make this one too long. Obviously, it's my first one back in a while, but I do want to say a massive shout out to everyone that's watching me. Thank you ever so much for being here. I do really appreciate it, and if you have been with me from the beginning or even over the last few months and you're still here, then I can't say enough nice things to you, because I do think you're amazing. I'm not regular like some of the cross stitch ladies and gentlemen that film, and it's just lovely to have an audience and have people take an interest in what I'm doing. So thank you so much. And if you're new, thank you for stopping by. If you would like to subscribe, it would be massively appreciated. I hope you've enjoyed seeing what I'm stitching. There will hopefully be another update in the not too distant future. I certainly have lots of designs out there that are appealing to me at the moment, but I am trying to do a version of Stitch from Stash this year because I have so much already that I don't want to buy too many more patterns and not get to them, because I'm already kind of like upgrading my storage. So yeah, unfortunately I keep watching other Flosstubers and they're all stitching beautiful things. I think, oh, I would like that, and then I end up buying things, and yeah, the list of things to stitch gets longer, but I think we're all in that boat. So thank you ever so much for being here with me today. I hope you all have some lovely stitchy time over the weekend, and fingers crossed I will speak to you again soon. Bye for now.